What's up, everyone? It's Jagged Josh. I'm here with my brother Gabe, and we're gonna talk about something.
Cue music.
So, what's up?
What's up? What's up?
What up? What up?
How you doing?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Doing
Chilling.
my thing.
Chilling.
Yeah.
It's weird. We're filming during the day now, so I can see your whole room.
Yeah.
Nice and bright.
Yep.
I like
Can't
it.
really do anything about it, but
You can't tell. I guess you could tell a little bit from my
yeah.
curtains, but
Word.
you can't see
So
anything
today's sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But
do it.
Today's topic, we're gonna be discussing animation and cartoons and
Emanation.
the importance, relevance, whatever you want to call it.
We're gonna talk about.
We're just
anime.
gonna talk about it. Everybody that knows me knows that I'm a big cartoon guy. I love cartoons. I love animation.
It's true.
More of a fan of American animation than I am a foreign. Than I am a foreign animation.
So no anime.
Anime is all right. Not my cup of tea, but it's good.
Right.
But yeah, I love animation, and just wanted to know what your not just thoughts, but experiences with watching animation, some of your favorite stuff, and the art form of it, because it's definitely an art form I can really appreciate, because it's limitless. You could do anything, whether that's 3D, 2D, green screen, anything. You could just do whatever. But more specifically, cartoons, whether it's kids animation, adults animation, or in between.
Well, I don't watch a whole lot of cartoons personally.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's dope. But yeah, I don't really watch a whole lot. Trying to think. Definitely nothing right now. Obviously, when we were younger, I was big into certain cartoons. Saturday morning cartoons was like a thing.
Yeah.
That I think every child did at some point.
Every child that didn't have cable.
Every child that didn't have cable. That is correct. I realize that is actually just a thing that happens when you don't have cable. And
yeah.
You have to wake up at 7 a.m. on
For
Saturday.
those of you who don't know, cable was this thing that I had to pay for. Yeah, because there's people that really don't know what cable is. I'm being honest.
Oh boy!
But
what
most
are you talking
of
about?
our
Cable is still a thing.
yeah.
Cable's
wait, is
still
it?
a thing that people do? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, granted, most people do streaming services.
Streaming,
now,
yeah.
But it is still a thing. The
Okay.
cable companies have not died.
Okay. I thought it was just died because of streaming and stuff.
I mean, it's definitely dying.
Yeah, for sure.
But for those who don't know, who may not know because you only use streaming services, most internet companies have bundles where they can give you TV too.
Yep.
TV channels. Like HBO and things like that. That's not true anymore, actually. I think HBO does its own thing now, but whatever companies don't have streaming services.
Right.
I wouldn't know. I don't watch TV.
Me neither.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Saturday morning cartoons was something that I feel like everyone who's our age and who, had, what is it called? Local TV.
Mm-hmm.
They did Saturday morning cartoons. Other than that, I'm not big into anime at all. I'm really not, especially not compared to my friend group. But I have watched quite a few animes as I got older, as I was in high school and college.
Yes.
Kind of the standard ones, like Naruto. Didn't like Bleach, so I didn't watch it. Never watched Dragon Ball Z or any of those classic ones, just because it's whatever. I've seen Sailor Moon.
Yeah,
that's about it. And I've watched a couple of other ones that have just been recommended to me. I'm gonna name drop a few. The do not recommend to watch these. These are all very adult in nature. But I was a teenager, and my tastes have changed. But things like Trigon, things like Hellsing, were all like anime that I watched and that I liked. That's Hellsing, both the original and the OVA for my fellow otaku out there. But yeah, I mean, I like cartoons. I think one of the things that really draws me into animation is the fact that I can't draw for my life, and so I just appreciate people who can and people who are able to kind of like create visuals. When I think about visuals, the one that absolutely comes to mind is Afro Samurai. The other than that, I didn't really watch a whole lot. Do you consider Avatar: The Last Airbender
Anime
as a cartoon or an anime?
It's a cartoon. It's done in anime style, the same way that Boondocks isn't an anime, but it's done in anime style.
Did you just say Boondocks wasn't an anime?
No, Boondocks is not an anime. It's done with an anime style. Crazy thing about that show is season 1 was animated by an American team. Like they were trying to emulate anime and they couldn't really get it. So for season 2, the creator Aaron McGruder was able to I think it was like a Japanese.
I feel like I just opened up a can of worms.
No, yeah, you did. But a Japanese anime studio saw it and they wanted to work on the show, so they got a legit Japanese artists and animation to do the animation from season 2 on. But it's not an anime, you know what I mean? It's an American cartoon.
Okay.
It's just they had Japanese animators.
Right. Okay.
That's why it looks so good. It literally looks like an anime.
Hey, I would have literally called Boondocks anime. I just would have lumped it in with the rest.
Yeah.
I mean, I realize it's made in America, but
if it's made in Japan, it's an anime, you know?
Okay. I don't want to get into this discussion right now. It's 2 p.m. I woke up less than an hour ago. I'm not doing this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not. It's just whatever. I don't really care. I mean, I technically wouldn't consider it an anime, you know?
Right. Are you? Sorry. Side note, and you can cut this out of the version that's in post. But are you watching the stream right now?
I'm not. Want me to pull it up?
Sorry, I just wanted to test it.
Oh, okay.
I totally forgot to do that. I usually do that in the beginning. You can cut all of this out.
Doesn't matter.
Of the post. I'm
gonna
sorry.
be too lazy too, so.
That's gonna be awkward. I just completely forgot to do it.
It's only awkward if you make it awkward, and if you think that.
That's true.
That's how I live life, low key.
I'm gonna pull it up on mine real quick too. Sorry, I didn't mean to switch gears so fast.
No, that's all good.
You ever you're doing something and then in the back of your head, there's a little alarm. That's what just happened.
Kinda.
I was we're over here just chatting and I'm just oh, did I check the stream? Holy crap.
Yeah, no.
Not good.
Sometimes that happens, but most of the time I don't really care.
I feel you. All right. Sorry.
It's all
resume. Good. We were talking about Boondocks is not an anime.
Yeah. It's a good show though.
It is a good show. But yeah, I like cartoons and I like that people can actually draw with their hands or the computer. I like that people can draw. I appreciate it. I support it.
Same.
I can't draw. I can make graphic design stuff like ads and logos and stuff, but I can't draw to save my life. So.
Yeah, I'm not the best either, so
You're very good.
Thank you. But
I'm not. I don't even try. I can't do it. But yeah, I mean I like them. I think that's really all I have to say about it. Is that I like them. I'm not not a super big fan of them. Don't really,
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm the biggest, right. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of animation either. Although I do tend to enjoy animated shows better than live action. It just depends on the show too, you know? Like, I'll probably be more inclined to watch an animated series than a live action one because a lot of live action shows, in my opinion, aren't that good. And I think it's just because, like, budget issues and stuff like that. Like, you can't really go all out. Like, you can't. I feel like the only shows that have been able to do that are like some of the Marvel shows on Disney Plus,
right?
And Netflix too, and like really big companies like that really like spend a lot. Like, I haven't watched Game of Thrones, but from what I've seen of it, like the costumes and the art and like the CGI, it looks incredible.
Well, the budget.
Yeah, that budget. Yeah,
the budget's like a movie.
Yeah, exactly. I heard it was like a couple $1 million for each episode.
Yeah,
which is insane. Yeah,
it's insane.
But like it shows,
Right.
Definitely shows. And I feel like if you're gonna do a live action show, you got to go all out. But that costs a lot of money.
I think it just depends on the genre.
Yeah,
obviously.
that too.
Like, you can get away with a lot if you're just doing a drama.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you're not going to need any special effects. You're not going to need, superheroes or monsters.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just people talking,
And I guess that's why it like sells too, because it's like people like people.
Yeah. But if it is a like fantasy concept, obviously, you need a bigger budget. I think the greatest example of that and of why cartoons are better is DC, because all of DC's cartoon movies and shows they're most. I'm gonna put Teen Titans Go in a corner somewhere, but most of DC's like the animated movies of the DC animated universe are phenomenal.
Right.
Like, they're
which one?
Movies.
Which one? The DC animated universe, or the newer one, where they're like based off of New 52,
both
and Rebirth.
Both.
Yeah, they're really good.
Both are very, very good. I used to watch the Justice League cartoon.
Oh yeah, so Justice League Unlimited stuff.
I'm a huge fan of that universe, but also the new one that's based off of New 52.
Yeah,
all those movies have knocked it out of the park every single time.
But then people will say like, "Oh, the live action is better because it's like real and CGI looks good."
No,
yeah, but like, do you appreciate animation though? Like,
well,
animation is literally, in my opinion, on par with live action.
Well, it's not that I don't consider it's not that the DC animated movies are good animated movies. They're just good movies. Like,
gotcha.
Great script, great characters, like really draws you in.
Word.
And if you get over the fact that it's cartoons, then you're just watching a excellent movie.
Of course, absolutely. and that's how I feel about animated movies and shows. It's like you got to get over that hurdle of like, oh, this is a cartoon though, and cartoons have that stigma of being just for kids,
right?
Which is literally animation's fault because that's how it was started and that's what it was marketed as.
I mean, it's like when you have the option of what to show, a developing child, I feel like they resonate more, or not resonate more. They'll be more focused on cartoons and things that are funny and fanciful and colorful and bright.
Exactly.
And you can do that in live action. I mean, Lazy Town's a great example of that. But
or Yo Gabba Gabba or whatever.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like, that's all great examples. But like, you can do more when it's
with
cartoon.
animation. Exactly. Which is why I like animation too.
Right. But it's as much as like I was saying, as much as they are cartoons, they're just good movies versus the DC live action stuff. Mostly looking at the TV shows here, that are
and some of the movies weren't like
most of the movies too, honestly.
Yeah.
But like, if we're being honest, like, they're not that good.
Yeah, facts. Snyder Cut though was amazing.
Loved Snyder Cut.
Snyder Cut was good.
Yeah, but in general, it's just like,
Yeah. That's why, in my opinion, I think the Marvel movies are objectively better. Because it's just, they spent way more time on it. And like, it started in 2008.
If you're comparing them to the DC TV shows.
No, not the TV shows. Like,
okay.
I was gonna say, some of the TV shows,
that's
and
not
some
a
of the
high
movies,
bar.
like, yeah. Like, the DC movies haven't been, like, the live action ones, a lot of them haven't been really good, in my opinion. Like, Wonder Woman was good.
Yeah.
Aquaman was
personally
pretty good.
I don't think there's any point in comparing DC movies to Marvel movies, because that just seems silly to me. It's like, each movie should have its own merit.
Yeah. I think that too,
regardless
but like,
of what what universe or studio it's from.
Yeah, that's true. But like I also
there are some Marvel movies that are just trash.
yeah, that's true. All the Marvel super fans. No, that's not true. Blah, blah, blah.
No, it's true.
It's very true.
Thor 2 is a movie.
Thor 2 exists. Yeah. But that was like one of the only ones that wasn't like that good.
Apparently Iron Man 3 is not good either. Well, Iron Man 2 and 3, some people would argue.
Yeah, I could see that.
Personally, didn't care for Ant-Man.
Yeah, me neither. It was good though. Like,
that's right. Like, eh.
Yeah. But that's why like I really enjoy animation and stuff like that. Like I'm currently watching the Batman animated series right now because I've never watched it. And
that's the original one back in the day.
Yeah, from 92.
Nice.
It started in 92.
Nice.
But yeah, it's really good. And I feel like if you've ever I don't know if you've ever watched it, but like if you sit down and watch it now, if you have HBO Max cuz that's what it's on, like it's really good. Even though it's cuz it's not like too kiddish. Like there's a lot of themes that are explored that are very adult and like it's not like non-violent like a lot of other kids shows are. Like there's literal gunfights in the show and stuff. I don't know if it was just because of the year it came out or if it was literally meant for like an older audience.
I don't know.
Yeah, I really don't know that, but it's really good and it explores really nice themes like for example, the Mad Hatter in the comics, terrible. Like he's like a really bad guy. Awful. Like stuff you do to TOS you can't even say.
Yeah, stuff that I would get banned for talking about.
Yeah, but the way they handled him in the Batman animated series was really good, and it was still kind of an adultish theme where it was about love. And how he just wanted love, and he obviously, psychopath, like he went crazy for it. But like it explored that, and the show does a really good job at sympathizing the villain and making you feel sorry for them, but that it's the right thing. Even from the first episode, like Batman, it's about Batman and Catwoman, and Catwoman's like, do you love me? Do you love me? And then he handcuff, and then like it was like a really romantic scene. And then he handcuffs her, and he's like, more than you'll ever know. And I was like, oh, that's kind of deep. It's like he loves her like so much that he just wants her to quit crime. So like yeah, and I was like, that's kind of deep, but that's like Batman. That's very Batmanish.
Right. Yeah, that's cool. And I think cartoons always have the potential to be great media. Again, as long as people can get past the idea that it's a cartoon. Yeah,
and most of them are made for kids.
Yeah,
like you brought up Avatar. If you've ever watched it through, there's so many like good life lessons and like good animation, good action too. But it's a kid show, like it was targeted towards kids. Yeah. But I feel like during that time when that show was made, I feel like animation and kid shows could get away with certain themes, and
they still can. I think that it just depends on because there's two separate audiences. Like there's cartoons that are like for kid, like little kids, stuff like
Blue's Clues,
Teen Titans Go,
yeah,
like
stuff like that.
Stuff that's like for kids. That's kids, very slapstick humor. But then there you have the preteen audience, and they're real, and so
that's true. If you consider shows like Adventure Time and Steven Universe,
I was gonna say like you have like a time block that happens right before Adult Swim.
That's true.
Like perfect for shows that are geared toward teenagers, that are not adults yet and probably shouldn't be watching like Robot Chicken, but like. That
they don't want to be watching Blue's Clues.
They don't want to watch like Blue's Clues. Like they don't want to watch like a baby show like Dora.
And honestly, dude, like I feel like me as an adult, I've seen those kind of shows that are like in the middle type thing. I feel like now that I'm an adult and I understand things a little bit better in life. I mean, not greatest because I'm still young and stupid, but like a lot of those shows, I feel like I could really appreciate them. Like there's references to the real world and celebrities and stuff like that. Like even for like dumb kid shows, even for like dumb kids, like another show that I've been watching recently, only because like I do watch it when I work and when I'm just like really want to numb my mind, is Fairly Odd Parents. Like nice. I don't know if you've ever seen an episode of that show. But
of course.
That show is stupid as heck.
No,
like
it's
that show
very
is
dumb.
that show is dumb, but it's funny.
Yeah.
Because it's that. Because I know you're not as big as a fan of that kind of humor, but I am.
Right.
I love when things are just like so themselves and like so dumb, but like it's still funny because like it plays on that whole thing.
Right.
It's just funny because it's just funny.
Adventure Time is the perfect example of.
Yes.
I don't know why this is funny, but I'm laughing.
Dude, exactly. Like a lot of things in Adventure Time is mad stupid, but it's so funny.
Yeah.
Like I found myself like I know when a show is good when I hear a joke in a show, and this is just purely for like comedic like shows, whether kid or adult. I know a show is good when I have to pause it and just from laughter and maybe rewind it. And I've done that with a lot of cartoon shows. Let me be honest. Like I've done that with Fairly Odd Parents. I've done it with Kim Possible and Boondocks and like some of my favorite stuff. Because like I really have to appreciate the joke and like because I don't know how to explain it, but I just really appreciate it. It's just the writing is good, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
The writing in those shows were really good, and I feel like a lot of cartoons nowadays kind of lack that. But there are still some, like you have, like like Adventure Time. You have, well, it's not really on anymore, but later shows really had that. I don't really know what's like popular in terms of like cartoons now, but like
I don't watch them now, so I have no idea what's on. I see, like Adventure Time is already done.
Word, like I've seen like maybe some news cartoon. There's just one cartoon called The Owl House or whatever, and it's just like I think it's a Disney show, and it comes from like the same people that did like Star Wars: The Force of Evil and like Gravity Falls and Kim Possible, like that kind of era. It's like that kind of show, but I haven't seen it, so like I wouldn't know if they explore older themes like those shows did.
No idea.
Yeah,
I don't really watch them anymore.
Yeah, me neither. I've been just watching like some of the older stuff, like the Batman and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just only because like I want to catch up, you know. And
right.
Static Shock 2 I've been watching, which was literally one of my favorite shows. Like
Static Shock was good. I really enjoyed Static Shock.
Yeah,
it was good.
It's in the DC animated universe, so you know it's good.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only DCAU show that's a little bit more kid friendly, but still was like pushed to the like. There's guns in Static Shock and stuff. Like it still like pushes that envelope, you know.
Yeah, Teen Titans was very kid friendly.
Yeah,
there was not a whole lot of extraneous like violence and that shit.
There wasn't, but it did explore like coming of age and adultish themes pretty well.
Yeah, it was very coming of age.
Like that whole story arc of where Robin works for Slade, like that kind of like that kind of
like, cuts intense.
Yeah, it was intense.
Yeah. That was also later in the show, I think.
No, I think that was season 1. I'm pretty sure that was season 1. It was season 1, but it was towards the end where Slade was really introduced as like a villain.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, like they managed to make Deathstroke work in a kid's show.
Bro, he was amazing as a villain.
Yeah, he was. He was really good.
Show. That was one of my favorites.
And he still felt like he was Deathstroke, just not as like like crazy killing people.
Like not Deadpool.
Yeah, he just wasn't really an assassin, but he really like was really good at manipulation and stuff like that. And that's Deathstroke, like that's Slade Wilson. He's really good at that. Yeah.
Aside from that, not big into cartoons. You know.
Yeah.
Aside from what I've already seen.
Yeah, I feel.
There's some like 3D animated stuff that has come out lately that I kind of have wanted to watch, like the Star Wars thing, which I guess is also technically a cartoon. I guess kind of.
I think
it counts. It's a kids show. I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But that looks really interesting.
Yeah, I kind of want to see it too, but I haven't seen Clone Wars, so I gotta catch up on that.
I haven't seen Clone Wars either.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Star Wars fan.
Me neither.
I'm not like gonna go. Oh, I have to watch everything.
I haven't been like I've been kind of into Star Wars lately, but just not too much. I feel like you have been too with your Star Wars D&D stuff, but
yeah, well, that's over now. So
okay, I've been kind of into it ever since I got I've been kind of into it ever since I got Battlefront 2 and Jedi Fallen Order, and
Fallen Order was good.
Yeah, it's really good so far. I haven't beat it yet, but it's really good.
I had a lot of bugs in my playthrough that apparently other people did not get. But
I mean, I play on PC. There was a bug. Yeah, there was a bug. I put it on my YouTube channel because it was so funny. It was literally
I saw that.
Yeah, the stormtrooper in the T-pose just like standing there. That was fun. I don't know how that happened, but I guess it's because I have mods and stuff.
Tangent, but my favorite thing that always happened whenever I played Star Wars Fallen Order was that I would be fighting the Toad. Yeah. You ever fight the Toad?
Yeah.
I'd be fighting a Toad, and it would like legitimately just like it'd be sitting there. I would hit it, and it would just go. And it just no
Skyrim
sound
Mammoth.
or anything. It would just.
It would just Skyrim Mammoth out of there.
I'd be like, "What is happening?"
I love bugs in games.
It's great.
It's so fun.
It's all good. Really funny. So
yeah, it is funny.
Like I needed to share that.
But yeah, but yeah, like that's I haven't really watched Clone Wars, or I might, you know.
Other than that, I don't know what else. I mean, I feel like 3D animation nowadays is pretty much relegated to Pixar.
Yeah, and they do a fantastic job at their movies.
Yeah, those are great movies.
Oh yeah, every time I watch Finding Nemo, I cry. It's like an impulse at this point.
They're all really good movies, but they're also very family friendly. Like
that's the thing.
They don't really like they will address like more adult.
I feel like The Incredibles was those movies that did that pretty well.
They'll address some themes, but they're very family friendly. Like they're designed to be watched with your kids.
Oh yeah, and
so they're not gonna be too much of anything.
Right, and there's a difference between something that's kid friendly and something that's family friendly.
Right.
So, and I feel like I can enjoy family friendly stuff a little bit more because they do explore things like a show like Gravity Falls is family friendly. It's not necessarily kid friendly, although kids can watch it. You know what I mean? Same thing with Kim Possible and some of the other cartoons that I really like. Yeah. Batman and even Prince of Egypt, one of my top 5 movies. That's a family friendly movie, but it was marketed as a kids movie, which in my opinion the marketing sucked. But the movies, if you sit down and watch it, it's like anybody can, like, no matter what age you are, you can sit down and watch it and just be moved by it.
Right.
And I feel like that's when the same way like those cartoons that are funny where I have to pause and like rewind. Like if I watch a movie like a cartoon or an animation that's a little bit more drama centered, I know it's good when it really impacts me and like makes me like think, you know?
Yeah.
And a lot of animation does that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I haven't watched any of the newest Pixar stuff though.
Me neither.
I've seen a lot of like the old stuff, like pretty much consistently.
Yeah, same.
You know, like up until The Good Dinosaur.
I don't think I've seen that far, honestly.
Yeah. After The Good Dinosaur, I haven't. Well, because what came out right before that was before Cars 4, which I haven't seen yet. Toy Story 3.
I think you mean Toy Story 4. Because there's no Cars 4 yet.
Cars 3.
Right.
And then Toy Story 3.
Dude, Cars 3 was really good.
I haven't seen Cars
3. Cars 1 was good. Cars 2 sucked. I hated it. But then Cars 3, I think what it was.
What about Planes?
I haven't seen Planes. But I think what made Cars 3 was so good was that I feel like they knew the audience grew up.
Right.
So like, even
that trailer was like, oh my gosh, what is happening?
Yeah, literally that trailer, the tone of that trailer is the tone of the movie.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. And it's like the stupidest concept, talking cars. But like when you sit down and watch the third one, you're like, wow, like Pixar did it again.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to make fun of you, but that was the most Jersey thing you've ever said. You said talking cars.
Yeah, talking cars. I'm saying that thing.
You straight up said talking. You said talking, bro.
Oh, whatever.
It's not like you're from New York. Talking.
I'm from Jersey.
I'm talking here.
Yeah, I don't apologize for that.
No, I'm just teasing you, bro. I'm literally just making fun of you. Relax. Yeah, I haven't seen Cars. But up until that, I've seen a lot of the Disney, if not all of the Disney Pixar stuff that's come out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big subscriber of the Pixar theory, obviously.
Yeah, I like it too.
So, but I haven't really watched them, so I don't really know what else is out there. But I enjoyed all of the, like, beyond. This is like not like this is a kids movie that just happens to be good. Like I have legitimately enjoyed the Pixar 3D animated stuff.
Yeah,
like I think it's all very well done. And I think most people can appreciate it. I think it's kind of like bridging the gap. It's like one step above a cartoon, and it's closer to real life, so it appeals to more people.
Yeah.
And more people are willing to sit down and watch an animated movie rather than a cartoon movie.
You know what was a good animated film that I really have to sit down and watch because I haven't seen all of it, but I saw it in like bits and pieces? Soul, the new Pixar movie. That one yet. No, yeah, it looks really good, and like from what I've seen from it, it looks like a good Pixar flick.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet. But, I'm down for it, I'm for
same.
It. I'm here for it, as they say.
Yeah. As these youngins say nowadays.
As the youngins say.
Yeah.
The cartoons and the animations. I'm here for it.
Animations. But,
animations.
Yeah, I just don't like there's like whole like there's I don't know if there is I don't know if it's as strong as it used to be, but like the whole stigma of like adults watching cartoons and
yeah, I mean we've talked about it a little bit. Like,
I don't like that there is one because
it exists.
Yeah, it definitely exists, and I think it's so stupid because whenever somebody says to me like, "Why do you watch cartoons?" Like you're an adult, like I'm like, who makes the cartoons? You know what I mean? Like you think kids just get together?
It's like not every cartoon is for kids.
Exactly, that too.
Whenever someone says that, you just gotta show them Happy Tree Friends. Please, nobody look that up. That's making a joke, and please don't look that up. That's a really bad cartoon. But
it's a good cartoon, but I know
it's very bad. It's not good. It's very, very bad.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of cartoons that are not for kids.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Family Guy, Simpsons.
Yeah.
Long running, adult-oriented cartoons.
Yeah, even like there's some adult cartoons that are really good. Like I haven't really seen too much of it, but like early Simpsons is pretty good. And I say early Simpsons because like some of the newer episodes are like kind of not really well made in my opinion. Like they kind of like lost the charm of the show, and I feel like they're just fishing for money at this point. But that's not to say like every single new episode is bad because I haven't seen them. But like from what I've seen of like the older Simpsons, like seasons 1, 2, and 3, and all that, like they're really funny. Like there's some like bits like steamed hams, like stuff like that. It's just like really funny. It's clever,
Yeah.
And it's in a cartoon form,
Yeah, it's a cartoon, but it's like it's made for adults to enjoy too. It's I'm sure budget has a lot to do with that. Like you have an idea for something and you don't really want to go through the hassle of sets and props and stuff and stuff like that. And it's easier to just hire one person to draw everything. Or, one team to draw everything.
Yeah.
But Bob's Burgers is another one that comes to mind. That's a newer. I know it's already been out for a while, but newer cartoon that's newer for adults.
Yeah.
So I think the stigma just exists mostly because of. I don't think the stigma exists for those things as much. Those things are very much marketed for adults, but things that are more like Adventure Time do seem very childish in their presentation.
Yes.
Even though
that's just the marketing, and they're good at that.
Adventure Time is not really for kids.
It's really.
In fact,
not.
I would argue that what is that? TVY7?
I think Adventure Time is TVPG.
Okay, I would argue that like as a parent, you probably don't want your kid watching Adventure Time. There's some weird stuff in there.
Yeah. but it's one of those shows that could get away with it because it's not too adult. What I mean?
It's not too crazy, but there's some weird stuff there.
Definitely.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But like it's very colorful. It's very silly. A lot of the humor is like very slapstick. So like,
that's a good word.
It's a kid show.
That's a good word I was looking for. There's a lot of shows that I like that are very slapstick.
Slapstick humor, yeah. Like, just, physical, dumb humor.
Dumb stuff,
Like, someone running into a wall and their legs continuing to move.
Yeah, exactly.
Very slapstick. It's silly, but
like
it makes you laugh.
Yeah, exactly. Like, shows that are like YouTube poops. But they're like those are funny to me,
Nice reference.
Yeah, like Odd Parents is like literally every episode is YouTube poop because like that's the kind of humor it is. It's fast. It's always in your face, and it's.
I don't know if anyone actually knows what that is.
So YouTube poops.
I know younger people know what that is.
Okay, so if anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, YouTube poops are put it this way, they're they're made specifically for YouTube, and they're very silly. Like my generation and previous generations would know. Like, you know, those memes that you see that make no sense and are just funny just because they're stupid, and that's what YouTube poops were and are. But like, they started a long time. This started when we were kids. Like,
and they were whole videos.
Yeah, they were whole videos, basically.
Not just like a meme picture.
Yeah, they were whole videos,
TikTok thing.
Yeah, it wasn't like a few seconds. They were like minutes, and they were just basically edits. They were basically dumb, stupid edits of like TV shows, movies, documentary, anything you could think of. They were just really stupid edits of like those kind of things, and that's probably part of the reason why I enjoy some of those shows that are like really dumb, is because that kind of humor always appealed to me, and like, right. and I've always said to myself, you know what? Yeah, of course, and like I've always said to myself, you know what? A lot of these memes nowadays just seem like YouTube poops.
Yeah,
and that humor's always been around. People think that kind of humor is new, but it's really not.
No, of course not.
Yeah. Even like in old movies and in old shows, you see that kind of humor. Like, you know, with parody movies like Airplane and stuff like that, you see that kind of humor where it's just nonsensical. And it's funny because it's funny for the sake of being funny.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Naked Gun is another one that comes to mind. Really dumb humor. But like...
Never heard of that.
Yeah. You know, like those movies that are called Something movie, you know? Like dumb stuff like that. That the humor's always been around. You know what I'm talking about? Like Scary Movie, Epic Movie.
Oh, yeah. Those are the
parody movies.
The Wayans Brothers?
Well, the Wayans Brothers did... I think Wayans Brothers did Scary Movie.
They did a bunch of those.
Yeah. Haunted House was another one.
I forgot that those existed for a hot second.
Yeah, but like, it's that kind of humor.
I don't think I've ever seen any of those. I don't think I've ever seen any of them.
I saw some of Scary Movie, and it was pretty funny. The second one was not good, and from what I've heard, ever since Scary Movie 1 and 2, they went down in quality, and jokes and stuff like that. But like, but again, that was a Wayans Brothers thing, and they're good writers. Like, they're funny.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like people would argue that that's where that came from, but I think movies like Airplane and stuff like that, like back in the 80s, where it was literally a parody movie, that's where that whole humor comes from. And I feel like a lot of cartoons took that kind of humor and made it kid-friendly.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan, but, you know.
Right.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. I'll always be.
That sounded very memey.
What?
That I'm here for it. I'll always be.
That kind of did sound memey. Somebody should take a picture of my face and put that funny text.
Impact text.
Yeah. Which was funny because like that was popular when we were younger. Then it like stopped, and now it's popular again. But it's popular in the ironic sense.
I was gonna say it's popular ironically, not like it's.
And it's funny, I think it's funny not because like that format has like always been funny. I think it's funny because it's like bringing that old format and using it in an ironic manner.
Yeah.
Because
I find that funny too.
Yeah, when I see like, even if I see like the older memes with that font, like I still laugh because it reminds me of a time where it was just not only just a little bit simpler in terms of comedy, but it was like
it's cringe.
Yeah, and that's what makes it funny to me. It's because like it's so itself.
Right.
When something is so itself, that's probably why I like a lot of kids' cartoons, because not all of them, because there's some that are really dumb, Teen Titans Go, and like stuff like that. Like I try to sit there and watch it, and it's just like, this is for a specific audience. You really got to shut your brain off to watch it.
I can't watch it. It's painful.
It is painful. Like a lot of it is painful.
It's very painful.
It's painful, but I will say it has its moments where I've seen, and that maybe that's just because like I really enjoy like dumb humor, but like Teen Titans Go and shows like that, they really just like they know the audience that they want to attract. Like kids who just don't think and sit on their smartphone and want something in the background, you know?
Yeah.
And which, like, again, even Teen Titans, a show like Teen Titans Go, I could appreciate the art and the like, even if the writing isn't that good, at least for people like us that want to consume certain content, I can still appreciate it because, you know, there's a lot of hard work that gets put into those kind of things.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to disrespect anyone who who draws
Yeah.
it. Like,
Yeah,
that's not their
exactly.
fault.
Yeah.
It's just not a good show.
Yeah, I feel. Or shows like that, because I don't know if it's still on.
I have no idea either. I'm
You know.
over here making fun of it. It might have actually gotten canceled.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Like I
think
said,
it
I don't
is,
watch
but
TV.
yeah.
I don't even stream stuff. You know?
Yeah. I feel. But yeah, animation is a place where the mind goes to just vomit and just do its own thing. And that's why I think it's beautiful, because it's like you could just do whatever. And the cartoons that are available, like most cartoons are just like so free, and you can just do anything. Like there's no limits, because with film and stuff like that, you have the limits of the actors and stuff like that. Although you can do nice things, like, you know, like really awesome scenes with like CGI and stuff and just practical effects, and that's awesome in its own realm, you know. And I definitely can appreciate it. Like some of my favorite movies obviously are live action, and I just love cinema. But I feel like with animation, you're a little bit there's no strings attached, and you can do pretty much just anything you can think of, and you can hire voice actors to really do a good character and stuff like that. But as far as special effects goes for animation, there is none, because animation is the special effect.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, it's
whatever you can draw.
Yeah, exactly. It's limitless.
That was a good movie.
What?
Limitless.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
I was like, that was a good movie. I'm just being silly.
That is a pretty good movie, actually.
Completely unrelated, but
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the name of the actor and I couldn't do it. I was
Bradley
gonna say,
Cooper.
That's my favorite Bradley Cooper movie, is what I was trying to say. I couldn't think of his name, and I didn't want to look it up. So
Well, obviously not, because you don't even know his name.
it's a freaking joke. Never mind.
Yeah, I know.
Oh boy.
But yeah,
Nice. What's next? We got in a little nostalgia corner.
I don't know. I figured this whole episode was Nostalgia Corner because we like grew up with like these cartoons and stuff, like Saturday morning cartoons,
Saturday morning cartoons.
like all the kids WB shows, like Mucha Lucha, Jackie Chan.
Bruh, stop. You're taking me
Shaolin
back in
Showdown.
time.
Bro, I keep
Stop,
track of these
bro.
things because I love animation, bro.
Okay, I legit watched Shaolin Showdown again recently.
Well, I haven't. Was it any
Bro.
was it as good as I remember?
No,
I had a feeling it wasn't.
it's not that good.
Yeah,
But it was fun because it was very nostalgic. But
Yeah,
it's
because we
not-
liked it. I remember
not
really
that good.
enjoying it when we were growing up.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
I love the concept. It was really unique, really cool.
yeah.
Like the whole duel and you pick your weapon thing.
Yeah, now that I think about it, it seems kind of like gimmicky.
It is very gimmicky.
It's like one of the shows that was made to sell toys.
It's also the humor was very dumb.
Yeah, was it?
It was very dumb.
Mm.
And it's not that funny.
But not
There's
like
a lot
Adventure
of-
Time dumb where it's funny. It's just dumb.
Yeah, just dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kid humor.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I
it was a very kid show.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah, bro. Those are my cartoons. Like you
Mucha
said, we grew
Lucha.
up. We didn't have no cable, so we
Word.
grew up with just Kids WB, 4Kids. I don't even remember what it was before that.
4Kids TV? Yeah, there was
4
something
Kids
else.
TV.
Fox Kids or something like that.
No, it's Channel 4. It's 4.
No, it was
4
5.
Kids. It was 4 Kids though.
Oh, I don't remember. Nick-
ABC Kids.
ABC Kids.
You know, back in the day.
That
Back
was
when we
ABC
didn't have
Kids was like
Disney
Disney
Channel.
because like Disney
It was owned by Disney, but it wasn't as good as Disney Channel. It was like
Yeah,
the Disney
facts.
Channel leftovers. Like,
Yeah.
it was not.
Well, yeah, some of the
crazy.
shows like the Buzz Lightyear show was pretty good. Buzz Lightyear Star Command.
Yo, dude, that just unlocked another.
Bro,
memory,
I'm telling
bro.
you, this is why I like
Stop,
animation,
Buzz
bro.
Lightyear Star Command,
This is what keeps me young, son.
dude. There's that. Obviously, like you said, Mucha Lucha was
Yeah.
one of the great ones. I was a huge fan, obviously, of Teen Titans,
Yeah. Teen
Um,
Titans was really good.
the original Teen Titans.
Yeah.
Super good. Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, all of the standards.
Static Shock.
Static Shock was good. Sonic X show. I love
Sonic
that.
X was pretty good. It was a little repetitive and boring though.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I was a huge fan of that show.
Yeah, that was a good show.
You never watched it. That was because that one came on at 7. So like you were always late.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
I
really
remember.
what
I
times
usually
they
watched
came
it
on.
by myself because that one was on 4Kids and it was at like 7.
Yeah.
And then you usually woke up at around 8 so that you could watch the rest of the stuff on Kids WB, and I would change it to Kids WB.
Yeah.
After that, because I wanted to watch Sonic.
There were some shows that I wanted to see on ABC Kids and stuff like that, and like 4Kids and the other one. Like the only shows I remember that I really enjoyed was Challenge Showdown. Mucha Lucha I didn't really enjoy too much, although I did think it was pretty funny. Jackie Chan Adventures was okay in my opinion.
I remember Jackie Chan Adventures.
But then there was trying to think of another Kids WB show that I really liked. I think probably had to be Teen Titans.
Teen
Titans
was the best.
I think Animaniacs was a little before us.
That was a little bit before our time.
Yeah. But I remember still seeing it. Like, it was still kind of on sometimes.
Yeah.
Not really a lot. Cubics, and there wasn't really, like, big on.
Oh, gosh. That's a deep-seated memory, dude.
Yeah. The robot show.
Cubics. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That wasn't really... That was not...
That wasn't
trash.
that good, in my opinion.
That was trash.
I liked the toys, but I didn't like the show.
Jeez, dude. What the heck? Your memory's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
I haven't even thought of this stuff in years.
Yeah, it's because... I don't know. I just like cartoons. Yeah, it's because I'm me. I'm trying to think. I kind of liked... They're not cartoons, but I kind of enjoyed some of like those sitcom-y shows for kids.
Like the live-action ones?
Yeah, like Raven.
That like Nickelodeon and
Disney Raven, iCarly.
Well, I liked iCarly, but I didn't actually like iCarly until I was an adult, and it's because of Joanna.
Yeah. And that's because iCarly's a little bit more...
episode.
Yeah, iCarly's a little bit more like older kid.
Yeah.
Sweet Life was pretty good.
I did like Sweet Life.
Sweet Life was pretty good because I think it was because of the twins, the main characters.
Good actors.
Yeah.
And it was a funny show.
It was.
I enjoyed that one.
Both of them. The one where they're in the hotel and the ship. Well, you remember Sweet Life on Deck?
Sweet Life on Deck. Oh my gosh.
When they were older, like teenagers. Yeah.
I remember. Yeah.
Raven was pretty funny.
Crazy.
Dude, that episode of Raven with the racist employer.
I wouldn't know.
that episode was crazy.
I believe it.
I'm trying to think. But yeah, those shows were good too.
Yeah, man. Those were the good old days.
Yep. But yeah, the freaking Saturday morning cartoons were the bomb.
Saturday morning cartoons, bro. That's how it was.
Yep. Now we have like internet.
Yep.
Saturday morning cartoons and like some of the web shows. Web shows on like YouTube and stuff, and websites, Newgrounds and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. I saw a couple of those. The only one that I really was like really into would have been Homestar Runner.
Yeah, same.
Which wasn't YouTube or Newgrounds. That
it was its own website. Yep.
But I think shook my whole desk.
But even Homestar Runner wasn't really for kids. You know, it was a little bit more adult-ish. It wasn't necessarily. It wasn't Adult Swim level, but it wasn't like.
There would always be some like edgy stuff.
Yeah,
but like
you ain't got no nudity under there.
It was mostly kids.
It's kid friendly. Some of it, I feel like. Yeah. Some of the more, I don't know if you've ever seen some of their more recent work, but some of their more recent.
Not for sure. I didn't even know they had recent work.
Yeah, they're still going.
I had no idea.
Not as frequently as they used to, but every once in a while they'll come out with a new tune. And it's a little bit more adult. I think it's because they know their audience grew up.
Yeah.
But it's always had that little edginess to it.
It's a little edgy, but nothing too serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know that Alex Hirsch, the creator of Gravity Falls, it's a funny story. I have to look up the whole story again, but essentially he met the Chapman brothers, Matt and Mike, the guys who do Homestar Runner. He met them in Hollywood because they were there trying to pitch a show, and he like fangirled over them because he grew up like us, like watching Homestar Runner, because he's
Right.
like a little older than like you. He's like in his 30s or whatever. So he met them. He's like, oh my God, I'm such a huge fan. And what he had done was Matt, the guy who voices Strong Bad and writes most of the show, Homestar Runner, he hired him on for Gravity Falls.
Nice.
Which is why I would recommend Gravity Falls, because you would enjoy it, because a lot of the jokes and the humor and the writing of the story is from Matt Chapman.
Right.
You know, Alex and Matt, they teamed up to make the show, and it's so funny. Like, it's like a lot of like there's a lot of in-universe commercials and stuff like that, like there was in Homestar Runner. There's a lot of like
Nice.
edgy-ish humor. It's a Disney show, but it wasn't too like kiddish. That's what like they got away with a lot of jokes. Like one of the main characters makes fun of the other main character's internet history. And I'm like, how did Disney get away with this? Like, but you could just tell like that imprint of that Homestar Runner style humor on that show.
Right. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I haven't even thought about Homestar Runner in a long time.
Yeah. Some of their stuff is on their YouTube now. Like I don't know if you remember, but they had made a cartoon about how Flash was dying. Do you remember that?
No, don't remember that one.
Well, remember when it was dying and it got off the air? And Strong Bad is like, Flash is dying, and Homestar Runner's like, who cares? I'm way faster than that guy anyway. Like he's being dumb.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, have not even thought about it. Didn't even know it was still around.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only cartoons that like I said, I think I said this already, but the only cartoons that I really have gotten into were animes and Adventure Time. I've actually seen all of Adventure Time. It was very good.
I haven't. I have to catch up. Not really a huge fan.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Adventure Time.
Yeah, it's a good show.
It's great.
Yeah.
I don't really know if there are any other. As far as I know, I haven't seen any cartoons that are like TV drama level good. Not that they can't be, but I just don't think that there's a huge market for that right now.
There isn't, and I don't know if there's a whole lot that to begin with.
Yeah.
Other than some of the shows we've mentioned, like Teen Titans and Batman.
They're very good, but I still don't know that I'd put them like TV drama level.
Yeah, they're not, but they deal with it, and they're probably more action based.
Yeah. But nothing that's like. I don't really know. I like. There's all for me. I think I would, like you said, you'd prefer, or you would even like be more inclined to watch a cartoon over live action. I'm definitely the other way around.
Yeah, I feel
I'm much more inclined to watch like a TV drama style cop show or something.
I don't really like those kind of shows.
Before I watch like a cartoon.
Those shows are kind of boring to me. Which is why I kind of liked Lucifer, but then it got boring to me because it's like it's a cop show, and I'm just like,
well, as long as it's well written, you know.
Yeah,
like it's. Very
it got
easy.
confusing when they introduced his mom. I was like, this is weird.
Yeah, but I mean, in general, shows that follow a formula like that can get repetitive.
Yeah,
so.
Which is why I enjoy like kids cartoons and also just regular cartoons too, because they keep it. A lot of them keep it fresh.
Yeah. Well, my point was going to be, you know, you have to find a show that doesn't quite follow that formula in order for it to be entertaining, or that follows it but finds a way to keep it fresh.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, because there's a lot of really dumb kid show cartoons that do keep it fresh,
right?
And I would argue it's some of the older shows, or at least older seasons. Like early SpongeBob is hilarious. Like,
never seen it.
It has me cracking up sometimes. And like,
we didn't have cable, so
yeah,
Nickelodeon.
More recently, I've seen
Disney
some
shows.
episodes.
Haven't seen any of them.
Like SpongeBob. I think, but even SpongeBob is like not super kid friendly. You know,
I've heard that SpongeBob has always been slightly edgy.
It has been, and I feel like Mom was like Mom would always say, "I don't like SpongeBob because it's so like da da da." Yeah, like she said, it was like
adults.
Yeah, adults, and I thought that she was being crazy. And I've seen some of the episodes recently. And I'm like, oh wow, I'm happy we didn't watch this when we were kids, because it kind of pushed the envelope. it's kind of one of those shows. I don't know about now because like I haven't seen some of the newer episodes, but some of the older episodes, like there's literally an episode where Mr. Krabs and then SpongeBob tries to get Mr. Krabs to have fun and feel young again, and they literally go into like some random fish's house and steal their underwear. It's like it's like the weirdest thing, but it's funny, and it's like it's kid friendly, but not really, you know.
Right.
It's like
it's just edgy.
Yeah, it's kind of like
there's a lot of
SpongeBob definitely has that Adventure Time-ish humor and theme exploring.
Yeah,
you know. Although, if you can believe it, if I don't, because you said you've never seen it, but it does have that feel to it.
Yeah,
Even Rugrats is. I would argue that's not really a kid friendly show.
No, Rugrats is all of the
adult stuff. Yeah,
were stuff that kids would never understand.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like all of the adult jokes were very safe because they were so far out of the kids' reach.
That's true.
Like it would just be a subtle reference, and the kids would have no idea what it meant. And the
What's
adults
that?
would be like, "What?"
Yeah. Anytime the parents would come on screen, you know it was a good time.
It's hilarious.
It's so funny. Freaking Stu was always so petty. And you understand, and as an adult, you appreciate it because you get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about that one episode that Dad always talks about, the where they're playing charades or whatever it is, and they start fighting. Like the parents, like I remember as a kid, that scene didn't even register to me.
I thought it was funny because they were yelling. That's it.
Right, exactly. But I go back and it's just the funniest thing ever.
It's written so
over
well.
The movie. Like, it's Dances with Wolves.
He calls him an imbecile. It isn't a musical, you imbecile. Like that's how adults talk.
It was so funny.
And they were just insulting each other. It was so funny.
That's a good time.
And even and ever since the only reason why I've seen older episodes of Fairly Odd Parents is because the official channel put some on their YouTube, so it's safe. Okay. And there's even jokes in that show that like I know would just fly over kids' heads.
Yeah, yeah.
Like there's an episode.
A lot of kids shows will do that.
Yeah, like an episode where like Timmy's teacher's on the screen. Like a picture leaked. He leaked out a picture because he went inside the internet because of his fairies. Like really dumb. But there was a picture of his teacher like in a dress.
Cyber Chase.
Yeah, and that's a good show too. There was a picture of his teacher in a dress because he had tried it on for his mom, and he leaked it. And then Timmy's dad is like, he sees it and he's like, "What, Timmy? You know you're not supposed to be on those websites." Like stuff like that. I was dying. Like stuff.
I love stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. Cyber Chase. Wow, that's a good one too. PBS Kids was the bomb.
I just thought of it because you said he went into the internet.
Yeah,
that was the first
Cyber
thing
Chase.
that came to my head.
Cyber Chase,
PBS
and which surprisingly has like a really good cast.
Yeah, I mean it was like a learning show.
Yeah, it was a learning show, but like
or whatever.
Yeah,
educational and informational.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, of course. And like the thing with Cyber Chase though was one of those. I feel like it was one of those only shows on PBS Kids that was like a little bit more, like it had more like, maybe I want to say older kid, but like. Because when you watch it now, you understand it's a kid's show, and obviously they're trying to teach you math. But, like, it's definitely a grade above, like, Yo Gabba Gabba or Blue's Clues. But it's I would still put it a little bit under.
It had a little substance to it.
Yeah, I would put it under, like, I would put it a little under Teen Titans and stuff like that, but definitely above, like, a really kiddie show.
Right, yeah.
Same thing with Arthur. Arthur's like that, too. Because they explore like important themes and like more adult stuff, and it's funny.
For some reason, YouTube has decided to start recommending Arthur clips to me.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was really weird. It's like Arthur being a savage for 2 minutes.
Well, those, yeah,
what?
Yeah, but when
why do I want to see this?
Right, but when you see that video, you understand. Like we saw it. It was funny. Like you understand.
Yeah.
You appreciate those jokes more because you're an adult.
Right, for sure.
Like Arthur telling, "I'm gonna sell you, DW," like stuff like that. It's just whoa, it's like way out of left field, but it works for a kid show.
Right.
And Arthur wasn't really as educational as like Cyber Chase. Like they didn't sit down and teach you.
Arthur was just a fun kid show.
Yeah, that too.
But, yeah. I mean, I feel like everything that we're talking about is really not helping the stigma of adults watching cartoons.
Who
because they're made
cares?
for
That's not my
kids.
job.
But
Listen,
I can understand it, honestly.
yeah,
I mean, it is to an extent, it is silly and it is made for kids.
that's
but,
true. No, I understand it too because like they're definitely
fun,
like
though.
it is. Yeah, it is
Like,
fun.
learn how to have fun.
Yeah, like people need to learn
be
how
a
to
kid
smile
again for
and
a bit,
laugh.
like-
Like there's people that out there that are just like, nah, man, duh, and they're like serious about it. I'm just like, what about laughing though?
It's like,
You ever
no,
laughed?
I don't want to watch no cartoons. It's for kids.
Yeah, it's like you ever laughed though? You ever really enjoyed something? You ever just embrace your inner child and watch Optimus Prime beat Megatron to a pulp? You know what I mean? You know how awesome that is?
That was really great.
Yeah, it's fun, man. You have to explore that. Every day's just working, typing on a computer, clocking in, and that's all you know. Like, come on.
Every day when you're walking down the street.
Everybody that you meet has an original point of view.
point of view.
Yeah, exactly. They do. Like us on cartoons.
I feel we're in agreement for the most part.
Yeah.
I'm here
definitely.
for it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Cartoons, animations, I'm here for it.
Yeah, man. I encourage everybody that I know to get into cartoons because
It depends on the cartoon.
Yeah, that too. It really depends on the cartoon.
Don't go watching some.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't recommend go
garbage.
watch cartoons. Like I definitely would recommend watching everything. If I know the person's taste, I'll recommend a certain cartoon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And if we're talking about anime, I feel like it's a totally different story because
people are more inclined to watch anime because anime is geared a little bit more towards adults.
yeah, I was gonna say anime. I haven't really seen cartoons that I would put on the same level as like some like TV drama, like really good, like good dramatic movies or TV shows. But I have seen anime
That's like that.
that I would put up there. Like
I feel that's probably why I'm not a big fan of
very good anime.
Which is probably why I'm not a big fan of anime because they feel like it's trying too hard to be more relatable and realistic.
I think it just does it well. Like,
Yeah.
I have watched some anime that have been like, wow.
Oh, yeah,
that's
dude.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't like anime. There's a lot of anime that I enjoy, like Naruto. Yeah, I've seen Trigun. It's really good. I kind of like the Devil May Cry anime. I didn't like it too much because I'm not a huge fan of the series.
I always recommend, ever since I've seen it, Full Metal Alchemist because it's like another level. Like
Nice.
it's so good. Like an actually just good show. It does have its moments of being very anime with tropes, but they're very few and far between. And for the most part, it's very much like a show that like as an adult you can sit down and watch and be engaged.
Yeah.
And it's not just for humor. Like it's just good.
See, that's the mentality that I take whenever whatever cartoon show or even just show or movie in general. That's the mentality that I take is that I tend to watch things very objectively and for what they are. Like I will find the same amount of enjoyment in Fairly Odd Parents as I would in like Limitless. Like it's the same level of enjoyment for me because I appreciate the art form and movies, TV shows, like cartoons, live action. I appreciate it all, and I always take it in as like this is something that a team of people made and put their hard work and dedication towards. So I'm gonna appreciate the crap out of it.
I mean, I can appreciate it, but doesn't mean I have to like it.
Yeah, like I've seen movies that I don't like, but I don't know. I just feel inclined to really enjoy it and to just sit back and watch it and just for what it is.
I mean, I'm sure that there's a whole team behind the special effects of Supergirl, but
yeah, I know what you mean.
final product,
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Right. Yeah. I'm not saying that's the case for everything, but for the things that I like and what I would be inclined to watch, yeah,
Right.
definitely. I take that mentality.
Yeah, man.
I even try to go, I do that with everything, even stuff that I know would probably not be good, or if I watch it and I don't think it's good. Like Supergirl, for example, like I'll appreciate it. But, like, for example, Legends of Tomorrow, I started watching and I was like, the more I started watching it, the more I got bored of it. Because, like, the first few episodes were, like, pretty good because it introduced you to, like, the world and the characters. And then after that, I was just like,
not good.
yeah. I don't know.
Just watch the DC cartoons. They're better.
Yeah, way better. Way better.
Way better.
Mm-hmm.
Great movies.
Yes. I have a few of them on my list. Like, I have the Superman show, watching Batman, Justice League.
All the new 52 ones are good, but I haven't seen... one that I wanted to see. So I think it came out already. It was Hush.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Batman
that either,
Hush.
but it looks good.
I've read the comic, and that was amazing, and I know that the cartoon is just going to knock it out of the park.
Yeah, facts. I saw Justice League Dark. I remember seeing that.
I haven't seen that one yet either.
That one's pretty good. The I forget what it's called. I think Justice League Dark was probably one of the only ones I've seen. More recent, and then the one, I forget what it was called. The one with, I know Doomsday was in it. Not Doomsday. Darkseid.
Justice League War.
I think that was one I saw.
That one's based off of the new Justice League comic from New 52.
Yeah.
It was very good. There's that one, and then the one where Darkseid kidnapped Supergirl.
That one I saw.
I don't remember what that one was called.
Yeah, me neither. I don't forget what it was called.
Darkseid something.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Love that movie.
Word. But yeah, my Batman I'm a pretty big fan of. Like, I've always liked Batman.
Yeah. Batman cartoons are good.
Yeah.
The Batman, remember that?
Yeah, yeah. People say that The Batman and Teen Titans are in the same universe.
Interesting.
And people only say that because in the canon Teen Titans comic that comes after the show, in the final issue, Batman is in it. He's looking on towards Robin as like he's proud of him, and he's designed the same way he's designed in the Batman show.
Robin is in the Batman.
Yeah.
But he's
so
not.
The theory is that in the Batman, Robin, Teen Titans takes place right after that. And there's an episode in Teen Titans where basically all of them meet, like how they come together. Because they don't do that in the first episode, but there is an episode that explains their origins. And Robin comes down to like fight this crook or whatever, and then the crook alludes to it, like, "Hey, what are you doing? I thought you were with." And Robin cuts him off, like, "Oh, you shouldn't have committed a crime." But he was gonna say, "I thought you were rolling with Batman." Like he was gonna say that.
Right.
So like,
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very curious.
Yeah, people say it's him because you can tell he's older. And in the Batman show, he's like a kid.
Yeah, he's like
in Teen Titans, he's
little kid.
Yeah, in Teen Titans, he's like a teenager. He's like older.
Man, I should watch Teen Titans again.
Yeah, me too. It's on my list.
Now that we have, what's it called?
HBO.
HBO.
Yeah,
is it on there?
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
it's on my list.
Like,
there, I have
should
to watch
be on
it
there,
again.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good show.
Side note: are they going to still do that whole DC universe thing that they were doing, where it's like all the DC shows are on a DC streaming service?
What do you mean?
They were doing that a while ago.
I don't know.
Whereas like DC had its own streaming service specifically for DC.
Oh yeah, I don't think that's doing well when they just moved everything to HBO Max.
That's I saw everything being moved to HBO Max, and I was like, they're probably not going to do that anymore.
yeah. I don't think they are.
Man, what a world we live in, right?
Yeah.
Streaming services. You have to pay.
I low-key
for
predicted.
everything you
I
want.
low-key predicted this like a few years back. Not
I
predicted,
think we all
but
saw it coming.
Yeah, I saw it coming from a mile away. Like
Once Netflix came out and was successful, we were all like,
yeah, it was Netflix. When I really knew it was gonna like start popping off like this was Disney Plus. As soon as they announced Disney Plus, I was like, that's it. Every single company's gonna come out with a streaming service now, and they're gonna get milk more money from us. I called it like so long ago.
It's true.
But that's how it is now.
That's how it be.
Oh, my chair's going down again. Whatever.
What?
My chair. What does that?
Hey, at least you got a gaming chair.
Yeah. Speaking
Over
of gaming, I think I want to do that right now. So.
All right. Jeez. Tell me how you really feel.
That is how I really feel. No, it's good. It's just we've been talking for like over an hour already.
I'm just messing with you, dude.
Word.
I'm also super hungry.
Yeah, me too.
I just haven't been saying anything because you were still talking.
Yeah,
I don't want to be rude.
Nah, dude, you could be rude with me.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too.
We hungry. I'm
yeah.
gonna go eat pizza.
So on that note, thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes.
We
Thank you very
enjoy
much.
the very few people who watch
All
us.
2 of you
Yes.
who tuned in during the
Yes.
stream.
Thank you.
Since it's literally 3 p.m.
Nice.
Like, I don't
Yeah.
stream at this time at all.
Yeah, and for those that like watch the podcast after it's up,
Yes, thank you. We appreciate the views.
yeah, we're gonna try and get guests on here soon and just do our thing. Yeah, and
Yeah.
like I said last time, if anybody wants any topics that we should talk about, just let us know.
Bo show.
Yeah, man. So we'll
Appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
Thank
catch you
all.
guys next time.
Catch you on the flip side.